Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. A few days ago we had that video looking at the footage that Aptera released about the Gamma going up a hill in a park in San Diego County, which turns out to be a pretty steep hill, and the video that we see here does not do justice to how steep that road really is. It reaches points where it's a 17-degree grade, and if you had a chance to look at some hills in your area with that Ride with GPS website, you know how steep a 17-degree grade is. Anyways, it went up that hill 3 times in a row without overheating, without even coming close to overheating. The temperatures remained stable throughout all 3 runs and did not stress the system. And what we were told again in that video by Aptera was that the cooling system in the Gamma is less powerful and less capable than the cooling system that's going to be put into the production unit. So the production unit should have absolutely no problem with thermal overload. Now, the new thing that we found out is that Aptera will have a radiator. It will have a radiator as well as belly cooling, both. And so here's a picture of the Aptera on top of the parking lot at that park, and you can see how high above the surrounding area this park is. And what happens is as we were told in the previous video when we went down and visited during Fully Charged, Daniel was telling us about the cooling system, there is cooling that's being pulled in from the cowl here. So the air will go in right here and be circulated down, and my assumption was that it would be passed through the belly pan on the interior and then exit at the rear of the vehicle. And it appears there's also a radiator, and maybe that's why the frunk is now gone, because that's where the radiator will be. So now it looks like it will go through here, go through a radiator, and then exit out the back. Now my suspicion is that there's still going to be airflow over this belly pan, because they have confirmed that there is still belly pan cooling, but the belly pan cooling is in addition to the radiator, and that the belly pan will cool more efficiently at higher speeds because then you have airflow movement under the belly, which makes sense. And so I think that, I don't know when they came to this change or if this was always the design, but the main reason for not having a radiator in the front is that it disrupts the aerodynamics of the Aptera. And so if you have a big air intake here, that really damages the aerodynamics. If you've watched that Aero Civic video that we put out with the creator of the Aero Civic, he like taped up the air intakes in his Civic, and that dramatically increased the aerodynamics of the Civic. So you can obviate that. You can still have a radiator and just have the air intake above here. Now this little lip here becomes a high pressure zone, and you can suck air in through here much more easily. And then I think it will go through the radiator, and my guess is you'll have airflow both above and below the belly pan cooling plate. But it appears that the belly pan cooling is supplemental to the radiator and not the sole cooling mechanism. So that was a very interesting development. So you can see here, the air intake will be underneath this windshield wiper. All right, so anyway, that was a really new development for me. They are planning on putting out details of the cooling system, and hopefully I will be able to visit Aptera in late September, and we'll get a lot of new footage and information to share with you guys. Maybe get a ride or a test drive in Gamma, and see any progress towards Delta that there might be at the end of September. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.